Good morning, class 11th. So, this is a brand new class for you, and this is a brand new stream for you. So, what is this stream name? This stream name is the Great Economics. Right? Economics is the subject of commerce stream, or I can say it is only a subject that is included in the list of Nobel Prizes. Right? So you just consider that how noble this subject is. So what is economics all about in class 11th? Right? So without wasting a single second, straightforward towards the important topics. So the first topic of economics is microeconomics. It means it is a part of economics. This is part A. Exactly right. Next, what is part B? So part B is stats, or you can say statistics. Right? Microeconomic carries 40 marks, statistic also carries 40 marks, so the total is 80 plus 20 is practical, and the complete weightage is 100 marks. So what is economics all about? In my point of view, economics is an international subject. Why? Because in all type of universities, whether I'm talking about Cambridge, Oxford, US, UK, Singapore, China, Australia, New Zealand, whatever it is, international subject means microeconomics is included in the curriculum of all the universities, all the classes. And statistic, yes, it is also an international, because the concept and the formulas of statistic are unique, and it is completely given in each and every book of statistic. So what is economics all about? Economics is basically the principles of your general life. Means it include the most important principle of consumers equilibrium, right? So what do you mean by consumer equilibrium? So when consumer equilibrium comes, so it means satisfaction, right? And you know everything is based and depend on this word satisfaction, and satisfaction is also related with the term utility. Utility means the want satisfying power of a commodity. Come on, repeat. Utility means want satisfying power of a commodity. Yes, exactly it is. The power of a commodity which satisfy your want. This is called utility, and utility is further divided into two parts. But first you understand what are the main concepts, because I'm not going to discuss here the conceptual study of microeconomics. Here I am teaching you only the base and the principles of economic that is equally applicable in your day-to-day life. So utility and the satisfaction, yes, you are most familiar with this word satisfaction. When you are eating something, you are purchasing something, then you will get the satisfaction. If you not get the satisfaction, it means that utility that you are expecting is completely zero. So what else in this subject? Then next is demand. Okay, it is a very simple. If you are demanding iPhone 11, so it means that your demand is for iPhone 11, and when it will become an effective, then you finally going to purchase iPhone 11. So this is the concept demand. So I think the demand is also related with microeconomics, and demand is also related with your day-to-day requirement and the principles applicable in your day-to-day life. And what about the supply? So here the supply means who is going to fulfill your demand? Only the producers are going to fulfill your demand. The producer who convert the raw material into the final good. So this is the supply, and when supply is here, so where is production? Here it is. Now this is the concept of production. Production is the process of conversion of raw material into finished goods, right? So this is the concept: demand, supply and production. Demand, supply and production are the day-to-day concept. Again, it is completed in the microeconomics. So what about the cost? How will you decide the price of your product? With the help of cost. Suppose the making charges are 100 and the raw material purchase is 40. So the 100 plus 40 is equals to 140. So this is your cost. How much your profit? You are expecting 20 rupees. So it will goes to 160. So 140 plus 20 is 160. This is called cost is 140. What is profit? Profit is 20. So what is the final price? So the final price is 160. What about the revenue? Revenue means whatever you are receiving. You are expecting 160, but in actually you will get only 150. So here 150 is your revenue. So it doesn't mean it is loss of profit. It means whatever the amount you receive after purchasing the after selling the commodity is called revenue. Okay, so satisfaction completed, demand completed, supply completed, production completed, cost completed, revenue completed. What else? So the next is producers equilibrium. So it is a situation where we say that it is a situation of profit maximization for producer, right? Okay, so producer equilibrium is a concept of profit maximization for producer. Now the last topic is forms of market. So forms of market is a very interesting topic, and with the forms of market there is another concept that is called price determination. What is it? Price determination. Come on, repeat. Price determination. So these are the chapter number 1 related to your consumers and the basic concepts of the economic. Chapter number 2 is demand, supply, production, cost, revenue, producer equilibrium, some forms of market. There's a little bit of numerical is also given in this chapter, and the numerical is ED and ES. Later on we will discuss. Okay, so what is market? Market is all about where you are going to purchase the commodity. Market is a place where buyers and sellers come into close contact with each other for the purpose of sale and purchase of the commodity. Repeat, market is a place where buyers and sellers come into close contact with each other for the purpose of sale and purchase of the commodity, right? So market, how many types of market are there? Suppose I am talking about the railways. Railway comes under the category of monopoly, right? Why? Because mono means single, poly means seller. So railway is that department where only a single seller, that is government, is selling their product. Now, what about the monopolistic? Monopolistic is just a general market. For example, in Delhi, there's CP is a monopolistic market, or whatever the market, local market, where lots of dress shops are given, lots of stationery shops are given, shoes, and day-to-day articles, right? All comes under the category of monopolistic. What about the duopoly? Duopoly is that market where only two competitors are there. So one competitor is selling the same product, another competitor is also selling the same product at some reasonable prices. So when two competitors are there and then the competition is existing neck to neck, this concept is called as the duopoly. And what about what about the oligopoly? So oligopoly ka best example of oligopoly is airlines and communication, where very few sellers are there and they are selling very high competitive goods, right, at a very competitive price. This is called as the oligopoly, where you count the seller on your fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 sellers are there, or 11 or 12 or whatever, but the number should be limited. So that market comes under the category of oligopoly. So we covered monopoly, monopolistic, duopoly, oligopoly, and the last one is perfect competition. Perfect competition, the best example of perfect competition is foreign exchange market, where the currency exchange value is same everywhere at a particular span of time, or a particular international time when we are just going to exchange a commodity. So suppose I am exchanging the commodity in India and someone is going to exchange the commodity in China, but at the same international same time. So at that particular time, whatever the exchange price is, that is equally applicable in India and in China also, right? So this is all about economics. So I think it is very interesting because it is related to your day-to-day principles, right? And what about this stats? Okay, stats, in my opinion, stats is just an average, not more than that, right? It is just an average calculated in some different formulas. So in the next class, we will definitely discuss what is stats all about and how many formulas are there, how to calculate it, how many topics are there. But okay, now I'm going to give you a little bit a short intro of this chapter, this subject also, statistic. Statistic is related with mean, median, and mode. What is mean? Mean is simple average. Suppose 10 students are there in a class and the total marks, all the combined students are like received is 200. So 200 divided by 10. So the average marks of each student in a particular class is 20. That is called mean. What about the median? So median means the mid value. We divide a series into ascending and descending order. First, we write the ascending order. Suppose 21, 24, 28, 30 and 34. There's a sequence, right, from small to big, and we divide the series like 28 is the middle value, so 2 digit less than 28, 2 digit more than 28, so this 28 is called as the median, the middle value where the series is equally divided into two parts. What about the mode? Whenever any firm will announce a sale, then few sizes like medium in t-shirt sold out very fast. Why? Because this is a most frequent value, most frequent demanding value in the market. So this is called mode. So it will help lots of companies, or in fact the many companies, to decide which size and which color is on high demand in the market. So this is called mean, median and mode. And then what about the another one, that is mean deviation, standard deviation, quartile deviation and the range. So as the name suggests, deviation, deviation, deviation. Mean deviation, the deviation from the average. Suppose I'm getting 30 and the average is what? 20. So when the average is 20, I'm getting 30. Then what is the deviation? Deviation is of 10 marks. This is called deviation. Deviation means the difference. What is SD? Standard deviation. Here we find out some root basis, square root. So later on I will tell you what is all about the standard deviation. So like, keep watching. Quartile deviation means a series here. Quartile is a family member of median. Why? Because in median we divide the series into two parts. Quartile we divide the series into four parts. I repeat, in median we divide the series into two parts. In quartile we divide the series into four parts. That is called as the quartile deviation, right? Range means the difference between the lower value, largest, and the smallest value, L minus S, right? Largest minus the smallest. This is called as the range. Suppose the largest, highest marks, or you can say highest minus lowest. So in class, the highest marks is 80 out of 80 and the lowest is 20. So what is the range? Range is 80 to 20, that is 60. 60 is the range because largest minus smallest. This is all about the range. Then another topic is that is called correlation. Okay, so what is correlation is all about? Correlation is all about the relationship between one variable with the other. Okay, so it is again a very simple thing. And the last one is index number. So index number is all about the inflationary part, right? How much the inflation is in India at present in comparison to some base year. So this is all about your economics. It's so simple, very scoring. You will easily score 40 out of 40 from this part and 40 out of 40 from this part. So 40 plus 40 is equals to 80, and 20 if you are good in like projecting the things, and if you are good in explaining the things, and if you are good in understanding each and every part, and you can easily relate the economics into the real world problems, then definitely you will get the 20. So 80 plus 20 is equals to 100. So I think students, it is all clear, right? Not all clear, it is clear in your mind. The concepts are straightforward, clear in your mind, right? So all the best. See you soon with the latest and the step-by-step content of micro and statistic. All the best.